Greetings everyone and welcome to a new mobile game video series, Jurassic World the Game. This is being recorded on May the 16th, 2019 for anyone who wants to get a point in time of where the game was. So the point of this video is just to kind of introduce the game, which is going to take a while because this game has gotten very complicated over the years. And it also just had a brand new mode drop today, which is why I've chosen to actually cover it. So, what is Jurassic World the game? It is a collection game that came out in 2015, which actually is a year before Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes came out. So, it is a very old mobile game, and it's well, it's a bit complicated, to put it lightly. So let's start with the simplest part, the park itself. So you have your dinosaurs. These are some dinosaurs. You have your buildings, which is anything that's got a coin above, and you have your decorations. Decorations improve the coin output of anything around them, so you want to kind of haphazardly stagger them throughout the park, and then buildings, when you click on them, bam, you get income. Now, a nice feature that they added at some point is you can click on these towers. There are 3 of them you get, and they'll collect everything in a certain radius for you. I have my 3 deployed strategically. I gotta be careful I don't actually complete a mission. Alright, I gotta keep an eye on that number. For dinosaurs, there are 4 types of dinosaurs. You have your carnivores, which is this group. Your flyers, which is this group. You'll notice they have the little aviary domes around them. You have your herbivores and your aquatics. Now, since the game, when the game started, it just had these 4 types. It had a very long progression system. It has a story mode, although it's based on just Jurassic World 1, and it's a hot crock of shit. But it exists with a bunch of pointless, tedious missions. Since then, they've added the aquatic dinos, which includes the ever-famous mosasaur. Where are you? There it is. So, I'll just show you the mosasaur real quick, because it's awesome. Boom! Mosasaur. And you can scratch it, I think. I don't know, you can definitely, like, look around at it. I'm not exactly... Get back here! Damn it. Alright, yeah, so you have your aquatic dinos, and then this happened, and that started when I was still playing, so I was familiar with it, and then after that they added the Cenozoic, which is, well, you're not dinosaurs, but they're extinct now kind of stuff. For the ARC players, here's a familiar face, probably the only one you'll recognize immediately, Megaloceros. So this game influenced my decision to get into ARC. There's a Code 19 escape. So dinosaurs can escape. I don't know when they added this. If they escape, they're useless. You can play a mini game for experience, super DNA and regular DNA, or you can just send Owen Grady. Yeah, not really worth going through the issue right now. So both Cenozoic and aquatic dinos have 3 types. So in the final end of the game right now, we have 10 different types of dinosaurs. And that's not counting hybrids and super hybrids. Hybrid dinosaurs are things like Indominus Rex over here. They are a fusion of 2 dinosaurs. There's a lot more than Indominus. And then there are super hybrids, which are, the well-known example is the Indoraptor. That is extremely difficult to get, and I do not have one. I don't have any super hybrids. So, despite having played this game for a long time, I am now woefully behind, but that's okay because this game, for the most part, is actually pretty friendly no matter what level you are as far as events go. Now, it does have certain super annoyances. I'm just going to claim this stuff real quick. And the annoyances are in the form of the new dinos right now. So, I'm going to quickly collect resources and explain what they're for. This is a new thing they added, this Ankylosaurus looking thing. This is a super version of those towers. Bam. That just collected a really large amount of money. So I've got mine positioned so that it gets all my carnivores, most of my herbivores, and most of my flyers. It just misses 3 herbivores and 1 flyer at the moment. It doesn't get any of the aquatics, though. Gotta do those by hand. It's a little weird doing this with the mouse. Alright, got all those, and then I need to clean up this. I'm hoping this doesn't set off the story mode event, because it's kind of lame. The story mode event is just, for the most part, really generic and boring quests. Again, they made them in 2015 when this was a movie tie-in game, and they had no idea what they had on their hands. Now, this game has gone beyond that. It is profitable by a large margin, but it also can be really nasty. So, what's the point of the dinosaurs besides all the coins you get? As you can see, I've got 37 million coins. Wouldn't mind having that equivalent in credits. That is used, for the most part, to just buy more buildings, ironically. It's not actually that important of a currency. Earning it is usually the most prioritized thing, so here you can buy buildings and decorations. The more expensive they are, the bigger the bonus. The most expensive thing I can buy right now is the Apatosaurus fossil, which has a 5 radius 10% bonus for 1.1 million. It's actually not a half bad thing to get. The Hammond fossil actually has a wider range, but only for 7%. And then, as you level up, you unlock more crap. So level 75 is the highest level I'm aware for the game. I think there are more now, but I'm only in the 50s. This game used to be stupid slow on grinding. I don't remember how exactly you earned experience, but there were not daily quests. Now there are daily quests, and they are your primary source of experience. Love them, complete them, and try and get your daily bonus pack. It has a shot at some of these dinosaurs. That's right, booster packs are a thing in this game too. That is how you earn almost everything. More than likely, if you complete this, you're getting a statue. Actually, I would not mind getting that Mosasaur statue. Very low odds. High odds, you'll just get resources. So we've talked so far about coins. They're used for that. Their other main use is to buy food. So this is the food building. It's the only place they give, well, the other packs give food to, but boom. So you use this, you charge it up. Each consecutive charge costs a little more. One of the daily quests is to spend 500,000 coins, so I just use this to spend it. And then over 9 hours it will charge up and be done. I could upgrade it, but I don't feel the need to because I'm never short on food. Food is used to level up dinosaurs. So I have a good example Triceratops here. This is a level 2 Triceratops. This is a level 40 Triceratops. When they get through with their last evolution, they grow. Most of the dinosaurs get a very noticeable cosmetic upgrade. Each level, though, adds a stat bonus. So, for example, this level 2 has health of 52, attack of 13, and gives me 8 gold every 5 minutes. A level 40 has 274 health, 70 attack, and gives me 1,280 gold every 5 minutes. Higher level dinosaur, more gold you get. Dinosaurs are your main gold source. They're so much better than buildings as far as income goes, so it really annoys me when I've got like 3 million gold requirements from buildings, or worse, when they require it from a low output building. There's a reason I have that row of generators. So you spend food to level them up. You used to have to spend it like all the time, but now you just spend it once a level. And they do have a nice little eating animation. And again, this was meant to be on mobile 4 years ago, so forgive the graphics on the earlier dinosaurs. You know, they were working with much weaker stuff back then. So, actually I need to keep showing how this works. So, once you level up a dinosaur to a power of 10, so for example, this one is now level 10. You evolve it. That's right, you can't just take him to 40. It's not a matter of food, it is a matter of collections. So this is their version of the rarity system, so to speak. In order to create a Triceratops that can get up to level 20, I need 2 at level 10. So if I take the second one, boom it up to level 10, I can now evolve it. I actually need to clear out my evolution right now because something was cooking earlier. I think it was a Diplotator. Yep, it was a Diplotator. So I am actually creating a level 20 hybrid at the moment. So I put it in, I paid a DNA cost, which is over here to do the fusion, and now we're going to see what the process was. Okay, I got lucky and it did the whole thing in one go. That is not guaranteed. more than likely, and especially when you get to higher rarity and higher higher level dinosaurs, it's going to take more than one attempt to get this done. The worst I saw was getting my Indominus Rex, which took 8 rounds of it, and each round was expensive. Back then we had a lot less access to DNA, so it actually involved me waiting around a while to get the DNA to keep attempting it. It was bad. So, it's successful, bam. This is what happens when you succeed at unlocking or fusing something. Now this is a hybrid, by the way. You'll notice it's got much better stats than the other dino, except for the income. This is a water hybrid, actually, my latest unlock. So, immediately take it up to level 20. There's, with the exception of, oh sweet, I completed a badge. With the exception of quests, there's no reason not to have them at max level in this game. I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. I'm still relearning half the stuff, but you know what? I'm winning most of my arena battles, so I say I know what I'm doing. So always have them max level as high as you can get them. That gives you the most income, and it gives them the best battle stats. There's also a small bonus every time you get something up to its tier. There's 4 tiers, maxed out level 40. You do get a bit of bonus food, and then later on food and cash and DNA. And then you get a little fun fact. Now, some of the dinosaurs are real, some of them are fake. This is a hybrid, so it's fake. Unlike its stocky relative, the Diplocalus, which is what you made this out of, the Diploator weighs a staggering 2 tons. That's more than an adult giraffe, aka it a thick boy. Now, this one actually has a super hybrid called the Diploseuchus, which needs Sarcosuchus DNA, yes, Sarcos, plus a max level one of these. I don't have the DNA, but I do want to get this to max level, so when I do pick up the DNA, I can create this thing, because this thing, while it's only a rare, is still a beast. I don't have an equivalent dinosaur of that power. Now, granted, that's a level 40, but once you've created it, you can then purchase it in the DNA shop. So you may notice the icons around here. That is because there are fusions that are capable of being happening right now. For example, with this Ichthyostega, I could create a level 30. But some of the quests I've been doing have required, and I'm going to do some dailies, they require a certain number of each type of dino, so I am holding off on fusions until I'm done with the stories. And as far as the story is concerned, I am much further behind than my actual level. I think the last time I had a level-based quest was get to level 53. So, yeah. Now, there's not always one for every level, but it's giving me an indicator of where I stand. I'm ahead of the story. Alright, one nice thing they do is you do get mystery packs every 6 hours, so you can get 3 a day if you're good at it. I'm not. So, food, cash. This is the pay currency, although you do get plenty of it. I can't remember the last time. It had to be at least 3 years ago I actually paid for some of that, but I can tell you since I started playing less than a month ago, I have racked up over 3,000 free cash. And I got a Carnotaur, which is rare. That is the second lowest rarity. So let me show you guys the actual rarity scale. We'll use the meat eaters because that's what I have the most of. So we have commons, which includes this Guanlong. This is a raptor type. Commons have the lowest stats. They're usually still pretty good for money, and they can form hybrids, in this case a Metriolong, which is much better than the base thing, although the Metriorhynchus, which is kind of an alternative for the Sarco. Losing that level 40 would actually kind of suck, which is why I haven't formed that hybrid, because it would end up being a meat eater. We have another code 19. I don't care right now. I'm okay at code 19 when I'm playing on mobile. I am terrible on the computer, and I'm using my emulator right now, so I am not going to do code 19s while I'm on this. The little bit of super DNA is usually considered worth it, but for me it ain't worth the trouble. The purple icon indicates hybrids. Alright, and then I did just unlock another collection, and this was Hybrid Heaven, which was, I'm assuming, have 5 hybrids. So another bing on that. And this helps you upgrade this. So if I can get that bar done, it'll turn it into a Stegosaur, and then it'll get its range extended by, I think, 4 squares, which I think means this and those would be in range. Still wouldn't quite reach my amphibians, but I still think it's pretty good where it is. My park's layout is atrocious, except for the dinosaurs. That's kind of clever on my part to keep them, but the buildings are a hot mess. And like I've said before, some of them, like these towers here and these generators over here, tend to have quests that require specifically earning from them. The last one I had was for these balloons. Alright, how do you get new dinosaurs? Because it's not as easy as just going to the shop and buying one. No, you gotta hatch them. Welcome to the hatchery, where you hatch new dinosaurs. And yes, that is a day timer. They can take quite a while. My Mosasaur took 6 days to hatch. I want that to sink in. This is a time-consuming game. And that's how they get you to spend on how to spend your money on speed-ups. So let's go ahead and place this Diplodocus. Alright, I am 1 short away from getting to level 40. If I remember correctly, it does have a hybrid. The Ankylodotus. So I can turn an Ankylosaur and a Diplodocus into a hybrid. Hybrids, again, they're better for combat. I don't know how good they are for income overall. Most of mine have been eh. Like, if we look at this thing, okay, for a level 20, it gives me 20,000 for 6 hours, and they have different timers, which is a little better than this thing at level 40, which is what it's made out of. So it's a little better, but I gotta also look at the iRater, which was the other portion. I gotta look at this thing on its level 40 stats. So that would have been worth a hell of a lot more. Now, granted, once I get this to level 40, it'll be worth a lot more too. But I am just indicating that forming hybrids usually leads to a loss of income. For example, Indominus gives me 18,000 every 12 hours. To make Indominus, you needed a max level T-Rex and a max level Velociraptor. My max level T-Rex gave me way more every 8 hours. And I don't even remember what my Velociraptor's at. Hell, my Velociraptor gives me on a 2-hour scale. So, hybrids are definitely not worth it in the long run, especially with Indominus. He is the most expensive thing I could buy right now. If I go to get Dino, this is where you buy them. You do tend to get dinos for free in packs, especially the commons. So as you can see, I'm never short of commons. I just hatch a bunch of them whenever I need to when the requirements come out. I just recently have come into a lot of legendary amphibians. So these are the rares. This is the second thing. Super rares are the silvers. These do take about half a day to hatch on average. They're okay. Like, I use some level 40s in battles, especially my Spinosaur and my Metria. And I used to have a good Stego, but I used it to make a hybrid. So that is usually the downside, is they're great, but then you have a hybrid. So here are two aquatic super rares. So these go in the water thing. They're both surface-based, but I just haven't felt like hatching them. Sometimes I'll have all 4 hatcheries going, but usually not. And then as legendaries, I just got another micro today. These are sorted by their DNA cost, by the way. This isn't just sorted by the type. So it actually costs less to get a Microposaurus than it does to get this super rare turtle. Ichthyostega, Dimetrodon. Okay, now we're on stuff that actually costs. Now, that's a Cenozoic thing that had an event to unlock it. I missed the event. I don't know if it's ever going to roll back around again, so I feel kind of screwed. Diplodocus, again, if I could unlock it, I could then purchase it for, I'm going to guess, $660, which is actually theoretically really, really good for a super hybrid. But I'm not sure. As you go around, special event, just missing events kind of sucks. And I don't know if they come around again. There's certain, there's a couple, like, okay, here's one. I have a Caprosuchus, but that one's unlocked via stage 61. So I know I'll get it eventually, but I've already got some. Like, I just unlocked this thing. Dodocurus, for example, is a special event, so I don't know if I'll get it. And then there are the VIP dinos, which, apparently Indoraptor's kind of cheap. I'll get to those eventually, because some of them are I think some of them are unlockable in here. None of the ones I have, but yeah, so Kentro, Dinicris, and Gorosaurus, or Gorgosaurus, these are all event and VIP dinosaurs. So, what is VIP? I think I've explained what the other currencies are. You know, paid currency, but this is VIP points. So VIP is a subscription-based thing, but I've been riding on their free 10-day thing for the last 8 days, which has been stupid nice, let me tell you. So, for loyalty points, you can exchange for super things. So, for example, the big month, this was a whole month, as far as I could tell, was, sorry, devoted to the Tusoteuthis. And it's guaranteed at the end of this pack, you will get a Tusoteuthis, which is kind of nice. I was tempted. Looking at the numbers I have, I don't think I would have hit the 50k. Because I still already have, like, you still earn loyalty points even if you're not in their sub mode, but you earn them at a double rate. And there are some events where you can get up to 1500 normally, so that's 3k. I have been spending mine so far on the gold packs and one pack of a building type. I don't remember which one. Solid gold gives you one of their specials, and I've done, what is it, 3 now? And I did get Baryonyx, which is, again, a personal favorite dino of mine, so I got Baryonyx on my very first one, and boy was I happy. Right, and I have Mastodontosaurus. And as you can see, there's that's basically, what's his name from Ice Age. There are all types, because there are aquatics, there are Cenozoic, and then there are the base 4. Mostly the base 4, but they are adding some. Again, Tuso was the one added this month. As far as I can tell, it's monthly. I've been back for maybe 3 weeks. Okay, a little more than 3 weeks, but I've only started really toying with VIP recently. Now, this game is expensive if you want to pay to play. This game will milk you even harder than freaking, what do you call it, than even Galaxy of Heroes, because of their packs. So, if you want this bundle, you gain a Strike Team, Valiant X, and you gain a Mega DNA for $60. So what do you gain from the Strike Team? Well, you've got decent-ish odds at either getting one legendary of these 4, with slightly favored odds on the Microposaurus and the Unosaurus, which actually wouldn't be bad because I need Unosaurus, but I'm not going to spend that. And then for this DNA thing, you could get up to 5,500 times 4. You're not going to get the up to, trust me. You're going to probably get like 200 or something per. So that's a huge ripoff. The loyalty program I have found is far more valuable because you get more than just this currency and increased and doubled resources. I honestly don't remember if I've ever actually paid for a pack. Like, I've definitely not spent very much on this game. I know at some point I did a half-off deal for cash, although I've long since spent that. But these just aren't worth it. I mean, even this hybrid thing, $20, and you've got a small chance of getting an Indominus Rex or one of these other good ones. I actually have played a little bit with Raj Tastega via the Gyrosphere event, and, you know, it's pretty nice. But if you look at your actual odds, which they are forced to disclose, you're probably getting one of the commons. Again, not worth it. Just not worth it. Even this guaranteed T-Rex with 5,000 DNA and that, it's just, no, just never ever do that. This game will try and milk you hard, trust me. And it is very pay to play because of these. Because the more you spend on packs, there's loyalty points at the end of every pack. You saw it when I opened the freebie. The gold packs, I know, give you 1,300 at the end. So, you know, double that. Boom. Alright, picking up some free DNA. This is also a perk of the... This is also a perk, so I've managed to get 2 upgrades on it so far. So, it's a small income of DNA, but it's nice. DNA is usually earned through events. So, missions, again, you have your 8, well, technically 7, because you get the pack for the 8th one, but you have your 7 daily missions. And they're, again, the best source of experience. As you get experience, you unlock battle stages, and the battle stages unlock different dinos. So, example, when I get to level 59, in probably 2 days, I'll finally unlock Therazinos, which are not as good as they think, or as they sound. And then Capros come at level 61, and then Whatever that thing is at level 63. Now the irony is I do have 2 of those things already, and I made a level 21. It's not a bad one, because as far as combat goes, pterosaurs are my second weakest, with herbivores being my weakest because they are so heavily focused on rares and commons. By the way, this is my Stegoceratops, my second most powerful hybrid. And ironically, it has a super hybrid I could make with mono, but 1, I barely have any of that super DNA, and 2, I don't have a level 40 because this thing's expensive. I'm trying to think what else. Do I have another thing? No. So this this follows the collection, and anything you can see I've unlocked. It'll be pretty obvious if I haven't unlocked something, because it'll be either grayed out because I can purchase it, but I haven't purchased it, or wait, I'm out of Pelicampus? I might have used that one up on a hybrid. Or it's locked, so Diplosuchus, for example, Dodicurus, these are locked for some reason. Most of them are locked behind events, or if they've got this shiny border, they are the VIP or tournament dinos. Usually they are tournament first, then VIP, or the other way around, I can't remember. Like, my point is, though, I can't go and buy a freaking Baryonyx, which makes me sad. Now, I'll show you why I can't, probably. Okay, so first of all, we have events. This is a new event that just came out today. This is to introduce a new gameplay type here in, what do you call it, in PvP. So these are your 4 PvP options. Used to have 3, but they just added the mods. Although it looks like it's mod... Okay, never mind, I see how it works. So, water dinos only, modded water dinos only, land, which is your basics and Cenozoics modded, and then Cenozoics and basics. Now, prize, this is a prize wheel. It's not a technical pack, but so just showing golden rewards, or say, is your only shot at getting gold, but less than 1%. Odds are you're getting a common or maybe cash. Actually, a pretty decent chance at cash. And then this is one of the few sources of that, actually. Loyalty points ain't half bad, though. Now, I haven't seen whatever silver rewards is. So this pack, okay, so this pack gives you just one of the rare land dinos. Got it. Golden rewards is, pretty self-explanatory. And technically has better odds because there's just less of them. So PvP is only for land dinos. Sorry. Although, to be fair, if you get the common rumble pack, you do have a chance of getting a hybrid. And, alright, I do have all 4 of these hybrids now, but I used to not. Okay, so that's PvP. Events, again, so this is that event, and then this is the other, the third way to unlock these rare ones is the Clash of Titans, which is a, so this is a super event, and it runs, I think, once a month, roughly. Yeah, there's 14 days left, so it's once a month, and last month was Mosasaur. This month is Troodon. Those fuckers. You have to complete a certain number of other events, though, to unlock it, so you need 28. Now, thankfully, that doesn't mean you need to complete the event 28 out of 30 days, because usually there's at least 2 running. Like, I completed 3 events today, and they usually go between the different types, between Cenozoic, which I hate because I have barely any, aquatic, and land. Okay, so that's events. This is where you usually unlock new stuff. Again, these mods are going to be a thing eventually. Yeah, so mods is the new thing. I still need to figure that out before I even do a video on it. Gyrosphere. This is what I also refer to as the abilities mode, because the rewards really aren't worth 250, but it's fun. So the packs are hybrid packs. So your 4 common ones here, and then if you do the VIP version, you get access to potentially getting the rare ones too. And these ones are okay. They're not great. Don't get me. They're not great, but they're okay. And I don't have 4 of them still. I just recently unlocked Diplotator, and I did that the hard way. And how this works is similar to Hearthstone's draft mode. You pay it, and then you draft 5 dinosaurs. It'll be land and Cenozoic, and you want to try and get all 4 of the land types if you can, and then you'll have a Cenozoic, or you can just really concentrate on one type. And then in VIP, I can't click on it right now, but the VIPs do get access to their own events. Usually it's on a 3-day rotation, and it just gives a golden pack for victory. That's why I've been getting so many golds. That's why if I've been enjoying this run through on what do you call it? I've been enjoying my playthrough in the free VIP because it's only $10 a month, which is less than a WoW subscription. Overall, I think it's probably worth it if you enjoy the dinosaur game and the collecting aspect. So let's show you guys some combat. I'll take a shot at stage 58 again. I actually lost the last time I did this, and I'll explain why. So this is my opponent, a Gigantocephalus, which is a hybrid of a Giganotosaurus and not an Ankylosaur, a Carnoraptor, which is an Utahraptor and a Carnosaur, and the Indominus Rex. My Stegoceratops was actually still on cooldown from earlier today, but when it gets under 15 minutes, you can refresh it for free. This is how they kind of get you to spend the cash, is to refresh your main dinos. So I have my dinos sorted by overall power. I would say not by damage, for the record, because you'll notice T-Rex is behind Stegoceratops, even though it bites harder. So in the middle, you'll see the counters pool. So carnivores counter herbivores, which counter pterosaurs, which counter aquatics, which counter carnivores. So you want to pay attention to that. So against this Gigantocephalus, Carnoraptor, and Indominus, and Hoskins is always your opponent, I will want to bring a carnivore and 2 aquatics. So here you can also see my 2 land-based Winds, my Baryonyx, and my Mastodontosaurus. And you'll notice they are very powerful despite being legendary level 10s. Like, they're stronger than these 30s. They're barely weaker than my 40. My only 40 legendary left, my Microposaurus. Love this thing. I will not hybridize it until I have another one because it is so damn useful, and I'll be taking it into the battle. So I'm going to take Indominus, Micro, and the Mastodontosaurus. So now I've got counters for all of their things. And just conveniently, they don't have a single counter for any of mine because they don't have a flyer and they don't have an aquatic. So I am fortunate in this case, but I still lost this last time because of the sheer amount of health they have. The Carnoraptor and the Giganto are very tanky, and my team is not that tanky. Now you'll see why you want counters, though. I'm using this event. Oh, new background. I'm using this event to demonstrate, because if I used PvP, I'd be on a timer. And a very short timer. So, you'll notice that Indominus's damage is not lining up with what it was on the stat screen. That is because I have the type advantage. I deal double damage. And, as added salt, they deal half damage. So here is the battle screen. As you'll notice, it's quite nice animations, and it's really fun to watch on the computer. So, attack, defend, charge. So attacking is pretty straightforward. You hit them, and then if you hit them for multiple energy, it actually starts stacking. You'll notice I'm starting with 1 energy. It will stack up and deal multiplicative damage. I think it's an extra 50% of base on top of what you've got. And then defense just cancels out equal amount of attack points. You don't have a defensive stat. There's no way to heal either. Once you lose your health, you're done. And then charging is saving energy for your next round. This is capped at 4. This is usually the best starting move, is to just charge. But if they go second, they do get a bonus point. And in this case, they've spent it to swap to the Carnoraptor, who did not attack. So you'll notice now we're back down to my base ability. Oh, it's right. It's not double damage, just an extra 50%. And that thing hits like a truck. So we're going to immediately switch in because to Micro. I can't tell if they just changed that permanently or what. But, so I had to spend 1 energy to switch. And then I know he's got 1 energy on defense because he didn't attack. Well, okay, it's either on defense or it's charged. The AI is very predictable, and I'm going to assume it charged. Or it defended, so I'm going to now charge 2. One of the easiest ways to win is to just be the first person to get to 4, because then you can basically kill whatever you want. So, I'm also thinking the Gigantocephalus did not have enough to kill my Micro in 2 hits. Because with such high damage numbers, I am thinking maybe it would be okay to have 1 and 1. Okay, so it defended. So it's got 2. It can't kill me if it does 2. It did do 2, though. Ow. Right, I have that sped up. There are nice animations that change every 2 energy you spend. So I know because it had 2 and it hit me for 2, it's empty and has no defense left. So I'm going to go ahead and kill it and use what's left to charge. Because I still have another aquatic ready for Indominus, and if I charge now, my Indominus will come out with more power to hit the Giganto. So here's that multiplicative power talking. So 3 to kill, and then I'll have 2 to charge. Some of the animations are silly, especially for the damage numbers they can do. Alright, this sucker. He is powerful. Alright, so he's killing me with 3, so he hit me with his full power. The AI is very prone to overkill. But that's fortunate because now Indominus is out, and Indominus is going to hit very, very hard. 1, 2, kill. And then I'll have 3 charged on the Mastodontosaurus. I want to say, one of my biggest mistakes is I don't pay attention during the other person's turn, and I will not keep count of their energy. Tracking energy is the key to winning. Alright? He hit me for 4. The AI is playing one of its very dumb routines, which makes it very easy for me to win. Alright. Last battle, I win, and I'm gonna go for the overkill hit and let you guys watch the really cool animation for this little guy. Remember, that's the Indominus freaking Rex right there. And I just hit it like a truck. Yeah, so those VIP ones are really powerful, so don't underestimate them. Also, yeah, I definitely beat it that time. You do gain just a little bit of DNA for completing a battle, which is nice. And now I'll get a super rare pack. That is the level event reward. So, bam, I gain 1,000 DNA, 250 bucks, bunch of food, and yes! Oh, thank God, I wanted this. That, ironically, and here's the subscriber bonus thing, so bam. I'm actually getting real close to another one. I am not going to fight for mods right now. I will learn about that later. So, where is it? This is it. This is the Eurocephalus. And this is what you combine with Giganotosaurus, which I do have at max level, to create that thing that we just fought. It is a very powerful super hybrid that I want to get my hands on. And I was very heartbroken because I was playing this at the time that Ark came out with their Giga, and I learned what they did to the Giga. It's only a rare, and it's not even that big. So I've always considered that a tragedy, so I am fine with hybridizing it. I also completed this, which is open 2 card packs. I'm going to have to finish this later, though. So let's go ahead and start hatching that thing. Now, this first one is always free, and I like to keep it open. So I'm going to hatch a rare in it. I'm going to hatch a Kulasuchus because they have a hybrid coming up that I am planning to utilize. And then now I will go ahead and hatch the thing we just got. I'll start hatching it here. And then this will cost me a little bit extra to activate, and it'll only take 5 hours. But, and again, it did cost me a little bit of the currency, but as you've seen, I'm not exactly short on that currency, especially if I'm patient. Like, yeah, if I wanted to speed up this Dimetrodon, that would cost me. The cost goes up exponentially. But if I wanted to speed up the Kulasuchus or the Youth or whatever it is, you know, that would be pretty cheap. Now, since I noticed that I'm 1 away from getting it to level 40, I'm actually going to go ahead and use my 4th thing to purchase 1 more because it only costs 1,000. And it only costs 50 to activate it. So, in 5 hours, where I will be asleep, when I wake up, I will have 3 things ready to collect. You always want to try and have at least 2 things going at once, because it's 5 to open up the first one, 5 or 15. It's cheap, is my point. And then, you know, you can have one going for free. Never, ever, 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 if you can avoid it, put a legendary in the first one. As you're completing the 3 extra ones, the whatever, like if I complete the Dimetrodon and one of these is going, it'll slide over into slot 2, but it'll never slide into slot 1. Slot 1 is always available if you keep it on short end stuff. So I'll probably be awake to collect that thing. And I want to double check what it's for. My goal right now is to just unlock the hybrids because of this thing. Because I noticed the hybrids are what I'm missing on a lot of collections. Now, where are you? Here it is. Kulasuchus. Oh, I already can make it. Okay, so I combine it with the Sarcosuchus to create the Kulasaurus. So that is a legendary hybrid. The problem is my Sarco is not level 40. This is my Sarco, it's only level 30, and Sarcos aren't cheap to unlock. You know, if I went to the market and looked them up, amphibians, Sarco, here's Sarco, he is 3k, he is much more expensive. Slightly cheaper than the Diplotator, which I did buy one of recently, but he's still very expensive. And saying Diplotator is the most expensive thing I can unlock right now. And I will need 4 more of them, so that's 1,200 DNA, not counting fusion costs. I will need 4 more of them to unlock it, because it's 8 total to get a level 40. Now, if you want to see expensive, look no further than the hybrids, which are very expensive for their price. You know, and then we get to things like, you know, the Stegoceratops, that's pretty pricey. Hello frickin' Indominus Rex. Now, granted, when you get it to level 40, you're getting 500,000 coins every 12 hours. That's pretty damn good. Also, its stats are through the roof. Although, it's since been slightly, what do you call it? Dethroned. First by this thing, which Priotodon, which I'm pretty sure needs a Troodon to create. Some of these hybrids, especially over here, these all need special things to think. Like, I think this one needs a Eutyrannus to make it. I want to look at that, because I know for sure that half of that stronger than Indominus was... Where are you? Is it you? No. Where is it? It's like, I got a bunch of them. Here it is. That does not look like it on the thing. So, yeah, to make that, I need that and a Dimetrodon. So that is a double legendary hybrid, and oof on the costs. Alright, I think I've covered the basics of it all. There's no events, so I don't really want to show off the Cenozoics and the, well, I guess I'm showing off the Cenozoics. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them. Honestly, like, this is my least favorite part of the game. Oh, trades. This is another new feature. You can trade resources, but you're always losing. So, 500 cash for 306 loyalty points. Oh, and this is the one place where you don't get the double effect. What you do get, though, is you can create your own custom trades. So, let's say I want to give food, and I want to get decoration. So, it'll create a trade for me. Half of my food, and I'll get a Tyrannosaurus trophy. I have 1 hour to complete this trade. I am canceling this trade. So I can now create 2 more trades. Again, you're always trading at a loss, so the fact that you're required to do 1 a day annoys me greatly. But I put up with it. Also, I've noticed stuff tends to randomly refresh. I don't know if that's a VIP thing, because it's been doing that for me ever since I came back to the game, or if it's just the game's broke. Alright, how close am I on that mission? That'll be tomorrow. So, yeah, so if you look at this, buy and place 5 new buildings, collect 3 million coins from buildings. I've been at this mission for 4 days. That should tell you how bad the coin collection rate is on buildings. Again, almost all this money comes from the dinosaurs, and I hate the collect from things. And Again, these are just, I mean, as you can see, the rewards for it, you earned a little bit for PvP, and then the massive amount of your rewards came from completing these stupid story missions, which were purposely designed to be grindy as fuck. So, like, this game has cool concepts, and then it has concepts like that, which are just annoying to all hell. I'm trying to think of anything else I should introduce. This world prize drop, which is kind of a waste of time most of the time. So you can watch ads to unlock a bronze, but if you notice, you only have a 1% chance of getting the actual top prize. Now, because I get the double of these, I have noticed that it's well worth it to just do these. I did 3 only because I was really close to getting silver. And then if you do that, you do get the fidelity packs, which in this case does guarantee you then one of the specials. And I'll buy another one though just to show you what the cost would be. So let's say I'm at about 5%. That added maybe 15%. No, that added 10% at most. Now thankfully the price stays the same. So now I've got 4 shots at getting a concave note. I can't tell if they made that one up or not, or a clock tower. This is actually a really good thing to get, and I would not mind getting one of those. So I could, and I guess it would technically be cheaper, I could splurge up to get the gold fidelity pack. I could also spend 400 cash at a shot at a Dunkleosteus, which for the record I have at level 30. It's my most powerful fish. Or formerly most powerful fish. I think my turtle is stronger now, but... And, again, I could shoot for this, which is better. I could watch the ad. I'm actually thinking about watching the ad. I'll do 1 silver just so you see that the amount does vary on what type you add. So 1 silver is about a third of what one of these is. I'm not spending that. It's just not worth it. Especially when food's the other option. Like, that just it would infuriate me. Like, 400 of that is not worth food, ever. And then the video, I'm not doing the video just because it screws up with the recording software, because it would drop me out of the game, and I don't want that happening. Yeah, so theoretically, it's okay to do this, and then this resets every week, I think. So I noticed doing 2 a day was pretty good. I did 3, now I've done 4. So... yeah, I'd have to spend a few more. I don't know, it's actually kind of really tempting. Hell, let's make this video interesting. It's already almost an hour long. Might as well try and get a gold anything out of it, so... and who knows, I might get the Concavitor in the morning. Alright, it's only 150, so... I've already earned... I would say, from getting that silver pack, I already earned, what was it, an extra 600, so I'm justified for 4 more. 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. Never mind. I have maximum tickets, so you can have 10 up to 10, and that was. I would say probably then this is 20 worth. So good to know. That did cost me, 1,500. Might. And I guess that means you can only watch 10 videos. I'll test that out later, but. Okay, so it'll be interesting. I'll see you in the morning. I'm drawing 10 times, so I've got a chance of getting that. I just need it to happen once. So I've got a 1 in 100 chance times, 10. So I've got a 10 in... yeah, it's still a 1 in 100 chance, basically. I'm just playing the odds more times. And then I've got a 1% chance at a turtle I don't have. So, I don't know. I'm going to look into that as an alternative to just drawing the gold packs, because I felt like there was more stuff available than in the solid gold. Because it's like, I saw woolly mammoth, and I'm not seeing woolly mammoth in here. Yeah, no, I don't see woolly mammoth. Interesting. Okay, so as you can see, I'm still learning stuff about the game, because I've been gone for so long and so much stuff happens. Again, this used to be called not mods. It's called mods now. This used to be called, Wow, I can't even remember what it was called. Wait, I should... No, I am not challenging. Back. This sucks. Okay, good. That took me there. Wait, I remembered now that there is a way I can remember because they gave me the boosters. That's what it was, boosters. So you would pick 4 boosters and they would be used in PvP, and depending on what they were, they would do things like add 8 extra armor for you, or double or quadruple your health pool on a dino, or affect the charge. And, you know, that was okay, but it had no way of measuring the booster power versus the dinos, so I'd be up against, like, you know, relatively evenly matched dinos, but then I'd go against someone who, like, had an 8 defense and an 8 offense boosters, and I only brought a 2, and it's just like, okay, well, they annihilated my Indominus, what's next? So it's a little frustrating. I do want to mention the one more thing about this. The example battle I mentioned was pretty hard, but like if I do PvP, let's just do a random regular one real fast, and I'm gonna scroll way back away from my best dinos. I'm gonna take in... Hell, let's just take in these 3 things just to have it. And I'm gonna gamble on getting against someone who's got 3 carnivores, and hope to hell I don't go against someone with any pterosaurs. Now, it does cost 5 cash or a thing to do it, but again, if you're playing this game at all, you're never going to be short that. Okay, yeah, no, I will take that. So we're actually pretty even on power because, I mean, look at the stats. You know, a level 35 that is only slightly weaker than a level 10 this. And I'm going second, so I get to charge more. Ooh, even worse, they did defense. I don't know what people are thinking on this usually, but again, my goal is always just get charged first. So now I'm going to have 4 charged, and they're only going to have 1 on defense. Bam. Okay, so they have no charge, and I have 4 charge, and you're going to see just how screwed they are now. Okay, they hit me with 1, which means I'm still alive. And they have probably 2 on defense. So just watch this. 4 charge, and now I've still got 3 left to attack. Yep, 2 on D. Okay, now they have 4, and I have 8 next turn. That's the difference of charge. And they just wasted it on an all-out attack. I don't know why. And I brought the same thing, so I know exactly what I'm up against. Alright. Charge 4. Calculate the kill. And then I've even got 2 left. So the smart thing is to always use just enough to kill. That's why tracking the opponent's energy spent is important. Because then you can guess roughly how much defense they have. Okay, 4 on a Giga. They're thinking. This is live. And they hit me for all 4. And because I have the type advantage, that didn't really amount to much. And now I know he's got absolutely no defense, so I know I can do this again. I'm not gonna lie, normally I'm facing an opponent much smarter than this. Because they've yet to charge once. Now I'm gonna hit them for 8 next turn, no matter what they do. So they did 4, they might have even done 4 on D. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna have 8 for an attack. Nope, they charged. Alright, victory is mine. Alright, and then I get to roll the prize wheel, and it's just common stuff now. They've definitely just redone this because it's guaranteed a dinosaur now. Oh boy, a Triceratops. I really don't need any more. Okay, so they changed that. I probably should have noticed that. Okay, so if you win... Okay, so here's that crap. But this one is at least a guaranteed common with the hybrids in the options. Interesting. And then what about aquatic? Okay, so only this is guaranteed, but it's interesting. Okay, what about aquatic? Because aquatics, as far as I'm aware, only have supers and legendaries, so... Okay, it's still got that. I was gonna say, winning even just a guaranteed aquatic is really nice. Alright, this video has now reached 55 minutes, holy crap. Yeah, that is the most basic overview of Jurassic World, the game. This game has been going on forever. Mods, as far as I can tell, are going to function kind of similar to mods in Galaxy of Heroes in the form that they'll be attached to dinos, but I need to confirm this. Final thoughts on this. You can do okay in this game without being pay to play. And honestly, like, the time where it paid the most to be pay to play was in the very beginning, because as far as I'm aware, tournaments, which are how you unlock the legendary characters, or the legendary things like the Baryonyx and the Trudon and that, those, everybody's competing against everybody as far as I can tell, and it's a point-based thing. So when those happen, everyone starts out in the bottom league, and then you work your way up. A smart person uses weaker dinos in the beginning. Oh, right, I should show you the other reason why you spend, because you'll notice these guys are on cooldown, and on a pretty hefty cooldown for the Microposaurus. 7 hours and 15 minutes, and it is based on their power level. And I guess these guys have shorter cooldowns or something. So that's another way they get you to spend. And again, the cash cost scales. So spending in this game, as far as I know, like PvP is just matchmaking based. There's no shards like there are in Galaxy of Heroes, where it's like, okay, it's just me versus these 20,000 people, and then most of them quit, and then, you know, now I face against people who've spent thousands of dollars on the game, and I can never pass them because they have the big shiny. The big shiny in this game is not that well, it's powerful, but it can still be beaten with strategy. Like, I've won very underdogged fights because I've outsmarted my opponents. Again, it's just all about charge. By the way, these fountains are the special thing that I bought with the points, I'm just remembering. So, if you could buy, like, just straight buy your way to having level 40 golds, you'd be okay. And then for the those tournaments, they have, as you accumulate points, you'll hit different leagues based on how many points you get, and then you get better prize wheels. And the top prize, all of them have the new dino, and if you unlock the dino in the tournament, you can buy it then. So, say the trick is you buy, like, you buy enough rounds, and then you just have to win, which means you need to refresh your dinos. So you don't pay in the same sense of like say I really want this Toothless. Sorry, I don't have more loyalty points. I need more card packs. I could theoretically buy my way up to it, but I'd have to spend a stupid amount of money to get it. Even with the loyalty doubling thing going, I would need to buy, like... Okay, so here's your standard pack. So, oh, Mega DNA. So, no. But theoretically, if someone bought this, or probably the Legendary Plus pack is the better option if you ask me. Oh, hey, they added these. Okay, I didn't know these were in here. But yeah, if you buy these, that gets you loyalty points, and that's how you unlock stuff. Do I think it is worth... Okay, let's assume it's the 1300. So Toothless is 40,000, so 26, so you'd still be spending like $500 to unlock one thing. Now, you'd get a bunch of golds on the way, so it's not like you're getting nothing, but again, this game I don't think is worth it. Like, comparatively with Galaxy of Heroes, you know, you get much better value for your money. This game, I think spending $10 a month on VIP is all anyone should ever have to do. I did briefly consider forming a new account because I have a secondary email to start over and show it, but I don't want to go through those stupid missions again. Trust me, some of them are asinine. I'm also probably going to look up park layouts in the near future to see if there's more efficient versions, specifically for the buildings. I personally like how I've got, you know, 3 of them covered. Could get the 4th if I brought them all closer, but I need space for these bonus things. Alright, let me know if you guys want to see more on Jurassic World. This will probably come out in the morning. Yeah, no, this has been Jurassic World the game. I'm hoping to cover more tournaments and boss stuff in the future. Maybe do updates on new dinos if I can figure out a way to actually unlock them when they come out. And yeah, farewell.